All right.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
The men's couch duo is back again. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah,
It has been
it's
a
been a
hot
while.
minute.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So we want to talk about our friendship
Yeah.
over the past. I want to say,
I
oh
think it's like
crap,
almost 2 years.
almost two.
We almost hit our 2 year anniversary.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah. Time goes
Yeah.
by fast.
Yeah. We are juniors in college now, and we started men's couch back in our freshman year of high school. Oh, not high school. College,
Yeah.
and a lot has happened since then.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think it's I think it's so important to talk about men's friendships. This kind of came to mind. So you know Royce, right?
Yes.
So Royce, he called me like the other day, and he mentioned that like he posted something of him and Edwin on Instagram or whatever social media he used,
Yeah.
and I guess people were making fun of him because it was just like seeming that they were like gay.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and that like convicted me to talk about men's friendships because like we shouldn't feel that if we like post something or if we show like a certain level of affection, then that means anything about our sexuality. And I felt very convicted by that because poor Royce like had to go through that, and I we talked about it, and he talked to me about it, and it was good. But I think it's so important to talk about because um I think our maybe our definition of I don't know if I say our definition, but our like view of friendship can sometimes be skewed a little bit, where um, we don't we don't ask for support, or we don't know how to reach out because of those barriers that I mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I that's surprising to hear
yeah,
that happened.
it was kind of funny, but also like really,
I mean, I can relate to that. It's like since I'm in theater,
yeah,
like people in high school thought I was gay
yeah,
because of the whole stereotype thing.
yeah,
And I guess like when men just show affection to other men, I guess it just gets into that stereotype,
yeah.
which is very wrong to be honest. Like
It is.
men should be able to express their emotions to other men and not be labeled of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm so glad we had that conversation because I didn't know how like it made me like realize like how common it is. Because to have like to hear Royce go through that, I was like, whoa, wait a second.
That's crazy.
It's like, well, we all might go through that because of, we want to show our joy and love for each other, but sometimes that can sometimes be difficult, but also it can be people might like make fun of you for it, and if people make fun of you for it, then screw them.
Screw them. Yeah.
But and it also made me think really deeply about friendship because it's like I guess like I would say like kind of before I met you, I didn't really like think about too much because I like me when you first met me, I was like not one to like ask for support or like anything.
Literally, he would not let me help him move his stuff to our room because
Yeah.
he lived right below. Were you below me or above me?
I think I think I was above.
And I think yeah, yes.
I was above.
So I was trying to help him get all his stuff down. And he's like, "No, I got it. It's fine."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, helping you out."
Yeah, and it kind of like he kind of forced help on me in a
Hmm.
way. Not it wasn't bad. It was just like he saw that I wasn't willing to receive help or like
Yeah,
support, and it took some time to really become more comfortable with it because it's for me it's just unlearning those toxic things about male friendship, about what we accept and what we don't accept. It's he kind of like helped me unlearn those things
yeah,
and learn like a new way to do friendship because before it was just kind of I wouldn't say like it was bad, but I was more hesitant because like I wanted like deep friendships, but I just like didn't feel I guess safe enough to um didn't feel safe enough to ask ask for help or ask for support. So I don't know like how your journey's been with that.
One thing a lot of men can relate to that.
Yeah.
Not trying not to ask for help when you
Yeah.
do need it. Like
Yeah.
I've done that plenty of
Oh
times in my
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so it's a good thing to learn. And I think I've also learned that from being friends with you, of being
Yeah.
able to ask for help or talking to you about problems and stuff. Because I feel like you are a very good person to come to with any problem, and
Yay.
you're good to talk to about that stuff,
Yay.
and that's great in a friend.
Yeah, and I think there I guess like one of the ways that you changed my life is number one, showing my feelings to other men because I didn't really do that before, and just showing showing my feelings to other men, and also just um just like even like some basic things like having like a routine of seeing each other a lot,
Yeah.
because even that can seem, people might think it's weird that like you guys see each other a lot.
Hmm.
And it's just like the people might think it's weird because we're two guys, but it's not weird. It's just that's how you build a friendship and a brotherhood.
Legit.
And I think we might have like very, now as far as like how much people want to see each other, that's like up to, that's like a personal thing.
Yeah.
But people like, we shouldn't feel weird if we want to spend like quality time with people, like people that are important to us.
Hmm.
And for I was gonna say after that, I had another point. Yeah, to that.
No, yeah,
I had
it makes
another
sense.
point. I forgot my point. It'll come back to me.
Yeah, but yeah, like I feel like overall men should be able to express themselves more, and not get judged in
Hmm.
that way or anyway. Oh, did he come
Oh
back?
yeah,
It came back. It came back.
remember the many times I cried in front of you?
Yeah.
That was like I think that was like one of the first times I've cried in front of another guy, if I remember, because I just didn't like grow up in that culture where you just cried in front of men and you felt safe to do so. So I that was like that was me unlearning a lot of things and being open to a lot of things. So, and then your reaction to me crying was a complete opposite of what I expected. You know, I thought you were just gonna be like, I thought you were gonna like shut me down or whatever, like judge me for it, but you didn't. And
It's good to let out those emotions. It's healthy,
yeah,
and and I wanted to be that person for you
yeah,
in that time.
yeah. So it's just
It's good to let it out
it's a
and
lot of
express it.
different things, and I think men's couch is so, like when we started it, it was so I don't know what the word is, like divinely orchestrated,
I can see that. Yeah,
because
it's a good
at the
word.
time in my life before that, I wasn't like really, I wasn't talking about this, so it was just like, it was like at the right moment. You know, we were both transitioning to college, and that transition like is very hard
Yeah.
for a lot of people, and we needed we needed that space, and we still do, but we needed it especially then because we were transitioning from college into high school and like figuring out ourselves. Not that anyone has themselves figured out, but
Yeah.
we were in that process.
That's a big transition
Yeah,
from high school to college. It's a bit
yeah.
stressful transition. But it's always good to have to make friends during that time. I'm so glad I made friends with this guy.
Okay, for the record, we were not supposed to be roommates.
Yeah, he lived right above me, and we both didn't know who our roommates were.
Yeah,
And during band camp, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask this guy if he could be my roommate.
yeah,
And there we go.
yeah. So when he asked me to be his roommate, I was very surprised because I was like, who wants to be roommates with someone that's like, because I see myself as very like quiet and very reserved. So I thought, okay, why would he want to be my roommate? And number two, my friend. It was like kind of like, I guess, intimidating at first because I just didn't like, I wasn't used to someone like really approaching me and wanting to be my friend. That sounds very sad, but that's not like, that's okay. I don't know how to. I don't know.
It's all good.
I don't know how to say it. Not I didn't say like, not that I didn't have have that, but it was just like very. It felt different, and I was very scared. Like I wanted to like close in because I didn't really know how to like. I didn't know how to accept that someone really wants to get to know me, and when another guy is pursuing you in a friendship, um, I think it's something to be thankful for, especially I don't know if I'd say like in this day and age because
I was gonna mention
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And the social media can be very distancing in like technology in a lot of ways.
it's ironic.
I know. Social
It's
media,
ironic.
more like I can't think of a phrase for it, but you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of toxic things on the internet that can
Yeah,
divide us or make us not as social as we want to be.
yeah, and there wasn't like for us, it's just there wasn't there wasn't anything that would hold us back from like accepting each other because I felt like almost instantly I was like you really get me.
Oh,
I don't know if you
yeah,
felt that, but like I felt that like kind of instantly, and that kind of like it kind of shocked me. I was like, okay, this this um this guy just gets me, and yeah, it's just so amazing. But also like what's also like important for us is that we come from very different backgrounds. You're Italian and
yeah.
I'm African American, so it's just that having like a biracial friendship is important as well, and to like knowing like getting to know different things, and just
Mhm.
it also teaches you that friendship is universal, and we create a lot of barriers, whether it be like uh someone's culture or someone's sexuality or like anything we can create, or even like someone's like religious beliefs that can get in the way of friendship, but friendship is for everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And I just also like this guy is so fun.
Hey, right back at you, man.
This guy is so fun to be around.
Um, like I feel like we have the same way of like having a good time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Especially since we throw like game nights
Oh yeah,
over
those
the
are so
past two
fun.
years.
They're so fun.
Yeah, and we will bring people together.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
I can't believe we have 2 years of college under our belt.
I know, right?
It doesn't feel like it. I mean, it does. It feels longer and short at the same time.
High school felt like it took forever, whereas college it feels like it's going by so fast.
Yeah, because I think like you don't think about when you're in the moment. It just kind of just
It happens.
goes. Yeah, and what else can I say? I guess like my question is like, what is your well, so how was like me entering your life like back in 2023? How did like that change your idea of friendship?
Ooh, well, that's a good question. I think
Ooh.
I think it's you helped me be more open to people as well. Like when
Yeah.
I'm upset or anything like that,
Hmm.
you help me be able to express that more.
Hmm.
Um, you just show me a new way of being friends with somebody.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like being able to get closer to somebody. And I
Hmm.
think that really helped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think same here. It's just and you don't know how like you're going to change someone when they come into your life,
yeah,
or you don't know like you don't know what you're gonna do. And I feel like it's also good to affirm your male friends, say, hey, I appreciate you doing this, because again, even with the affirmation and like appreciation, it can seem like, okay, what, this is kind of weird, but it's not weird. It's like we all need that, and we all need to be affirmed of our identities and our like what we're doing. And a huge thing for us is communication.
yes,
You want to talk about that?
yes.
Okay.
I think
With a capital C and an
capital C.
exclamation point.
Exactly. Exactly. I always think communication is the best for any like friendship, like romantic relationship, anything like that. For it to function, because if you don't communicate, then issues will come up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But as long as you communicate, a lot of those issues could be resolved in just a simple conversation, and then both parties are
I
happy.
know, and that's not really like we don't think of it that way. I think um we're it does feel natural to us, but I think we don't think of it as okay, just a simple conversation. If I just talk to this person, things can things can be better. It might not be totally fixed, but it can be better. And we don't think that. That's not like our first instinct. Our first instinct, I guess, might be to shut down, especially me, like shut down or avoid conversation. But you really helped me like with communication because um 2023 Micah, like he was not going to share you his feelings. I don't know if you can attest to that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember myself that much, but
2022, 2023,
2023 Micah,
three. Okay.
he was not like he was. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know if I want to talk about it.
I don't remember if I did notice that, but I just remember as the friendship went on,
Yeah,
you
I
became
became more comfortable.
well, yeah, because I remember you. There would be issues of something else, and then you didn't really come to me until
Oh yeah.
later, which is fine. Um, I mean, it just
I
shows
was
that
like,
our friendship grew.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, but like I think too is just that I was like I was afraid of like if I communicate this, like what's he gonna think, or it's always like those things in the back of our mind that prevent us from communication, but that's a huge thing, and I have like we have moments where we're just not at our best day, and one of us is just angry or something, but we communicate that
Yeah,
we communicate that, so we know where each other's like weak points are and how we can help, and that's just always been how our friendship is, and yeah, I'm thankful for that too because a lot of things could just get swept under the rug, and your feelings might get hurt, but the person didn't communicate to you, so you're like okay. But yeah, that's a big thing that he kind of with a capital C,
capital C.
communication,
Yes.
capital C. So yeah, another thing is gifts
Yeah.
of how like see like I guess like I guess I gave gifts before I met you. I guess, but I wasn't like it was I did it more like more so after I met you because like gifts too is like during holidays and stuff we're always like okay it's only family, it's only a romantic partner, but what about your friend? That's like a friend is important to you just as
Yeah.
much as like
Exactly.
family. Yeah.
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 But yeah, so that's another thing, and second thing is affection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
That.
have you can go
No,
first.
I think you go first.
Okay, so we are very affectionate toward each other, and I think another thing is um I haven't really got any comments on that. I'm like hey, are you guys like
Oh
yeah, I haven't got I don't know if you
no,
have.
I'm no.
I
I don't.
haven't, so I think even if I did listen, I wouldn't
Right.
like change because of that, but that growing up I was always an affectionate person. I always like hugs, I always like to sit close to people like we are now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like that, but I kind of like suppressed that because I felt that it was weird to a certain degree, and that was like too much for people, so I kind of which are like appropriate times and spaces, but I always felt like okay, it's kind of weird. But how do you feel about that? Do you have a similar journey?
A little bit. I mean, I prefer hugs to people.
Yeah.
I like giving hugs to people as long as they're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Um, I usually don't associate the hug until they usually go first
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
If I first meet somebody, I usually do like a fist bump or a handshake.
Mhm.
Um, but once they if they're comfortable with a hug, then of course I'll go with a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing with us is that when we watch movies like in our dorm, sometimes sit in the same bed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like to I think I've gotten like one or two um comments or like okay this like really, but like it's like they don't understand that we're just like we just have a good friendship and it's not like anything weird. But I that also like changed my my view of affection and how we all we all need it. Number one, like we're physical creatures, we're not like in our bubbles, and
That might be a
maybe
factor.
COVID
Yeah.
kind of like has been a factor, but I think we forget that sometimes, and we need that. I work with kids. I'm there. Listen, the amount of affection that that is between us, me and the kids, is a lot. I have kids like cry in my chest. I'll have
Oh.
just kids like sit on my lap, and it's not nothing weird. Although I will say in this culture that's very is looks very suspicious because of the culture, and it's unfortunate to a degree, but it doesn't mean we have to be like that. We don't have to be like the culture. We can show as men, we can be examples of how God wants us to be. We don't have to be confined to a certain image, and that's what this guy showed me, and that's what like Men's
Yeah.
Couch has done for me as well.
Yeah. I hope Men's Couch has helped other people like that.
Yeah.
They'll show their express more.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah.
We're gonna watch Squid
Let's
Game
go watch Squid Game season 3.
season
It's really
three.
good so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one. This is good.
Oh wait, we gotta
Almo-
close out with a hug.
We do. All right.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Cool. Subscribe. And yeah.
And yeah.
Fluffy.
All right.
Hello, Bikini Bottom. We we are Men's Couch.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.